The songs that we're going to do are Native American based songs. Some of them in my language, some of them are just about the things that are going on in my life as being a Native American, not only just in Louisiana, but of the Southeast. My name is Grayhawk, Grayhawk Perkins, and I'm Muskogean Nation. That's here in the Southeast. I was born here in New Orleans. Belong to the Muskogean Nation. I'm Choctaw and I'm also Homa. And our language, or my language, most of the language I speak is usually, I speak Mobilian, which is our trade language in Choctaw, and also, part of the Muskogean language. So today you're going to get a little bit of that, and you're going to get a little bit of some of the rhythms I grew up with, but it all started off with the one of the songs that we're going to do here first. This is called Stomp Song. When the French first came down the river years and years ago, I can imagine them coming down the river during the middle of the night and hearing about 300 or 400 or 500, 600 voices singing, but also not only singing, but to hear the rattles, because the women would do the rattles and the men would stomp and the women would stomp. And they said that the ground would shake. There were so many dancers. The biggest dance I've ever been in is probably about 250 people, and it's powerful. So when you think about Native Americans in Southeast, yeah, you think about the drums, but a lot of people don't realize that the rattle was one of the most important rhythms, and the turtle shell rattles that the women had on their legs were very important. And most of our songs, in fact, our green corn, is dedicated to the women. We are matriarchal, matrilineal. So this first song is not only for our new year, and it's a stomp song, but it also is a song that it's a friendship song, but it also, every time we sing these songs, they're dedicated to our women, because our women are so important here in the Southeast. So we're going to start off with the stomp song, and if you know the words, sing along with us. Okay, here we go. Yo. Aha, aha, he-ye, 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 ho-jo, ho-jo, he-ye, eh-he-ye, ihi-yaha, 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 he-he, na-he-ye, he-he, na-he-ye, ho-wahane, Hilona ehiya, ho wahane. Hilona ehiya, hilona ehiya. Yo ho weya, heno weya. Haba miko chungma, haba miko hiri. Heste elane, hene hemari. Heste homa, homa e chuma. Heste he mere, yoko ki helene. Hana he maro, henno he chuma. Heshno he chuma, hele he mare. Haba miko meke, meste se mere. Yo ho wehia, henno ho wehia. Aha, 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 aha. Hey, firelight, cut the night. Rattle shake with all their might. Voices sing song we know. Come on, Abamico, help our spirit grow. It started very long ago. Fire deep down inside our soul. We pray and dance to be at one. We pray and dance. That's how it all begun. Lay the firelight, cut the night, rattle shake with all their might. Voices sing, song we know. Come on, everybody, let your spirit grow. Shake with all their might. Voices sing the song we know. Come on now, let that organ go. You gotta help me see. This is how it all should be. We shake the shells, we sing those songs. We shake the shells and sing those songs to make our spirits strong. I said the firelight, cut the night, rattle shake with all their might. Song we know. Come on, everybody, let your spirit grow. This song here is it's a special song, and we do. It's a feast that we do every year. It's called Turkey Moon, or Akakachito Nashininak in our language, and it's the Feast of the Dead. And every year we do a Feast of the Dead, and it's around I guess middle of October to the end of October, and we celebrate all the elders that are passed on. And so we did this. I did this song to honor all our elders at the Turkey Moon. We have a feast, and we put food out, and then we share stories, and we share songs, and we talk about those people that have passed on. We also talk about the food they like, and usually we put food on the table that they like. So this song is about the Feast of the Dead and about our elders and how we should still listen to them. So Turkey Moon.
Helici e lufila wa hilap lupi pizza ala eshe amana binali Helici e lufila wa hilap lupi pizza ala eshe amana binali Hey akakchito Nashininak Agakchito Nashininak Agakchito Nashininak Agakchito Nashininak Turkey Moon. Hey, nitake ila taha Push no apa, push no talawa Hey, nitake ila taha Push no apa, push no talawa Hima e costa ni ua e ni 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 You are chupma 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 Everything's alright in New Orleans now. Lichi e lupi la wa ila lupi pizza. Ala e she hamana. Dinali. Akakchito. Machine neck. Akakchito. Machine neck. Akakchito. Machine neck. Akakchito. Machine neck. Helitake ila taha. Pizza kitchen akaya. Helitake ila taha. Push no apa, push no talawa. Hima echoes to me, you are a ni. 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 You are Chuma.
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 You are Chuma. You are Chuma.
You are Chuma.
You are Chuma.
You are Chuma.
You are Chuma means everything's alright. All right, that woke up the spirits. The next song. I know we got to watch our time. We can go on forever. Oh, this is a great song. This is a great song. And it's in Mobilian, so I'm going to translate it for you. There's a place here in New Orleans called Congo Square. And if you go look at that plaque, that plaque has, it talks about the people at Congo Square. It talks about the first people at Congo Square. And one of those names are the name of my nation, the Homa Nation, the Muskogean Nation. We were the first ones there. There's a little story about that, you know, in our culture. It said, you know, the African, they were in that city, and they couldn't do their ceremonies and couldn't do things in the ramparts. People have to realize that this city was surrounded by a fort called Ramparts. And that's why Rampart Street's there, because that's after when it was a city fortified. And so the Africans, to be able to do their ceremonies and do the songs and all, they had to leave the city. And what did they do? They go outside. And they would go outside to this place where these oak trees at. These oak trees have been there for a long time. And they would start singing and they would start dancing. Well, the native people were still here. They just stayed at a distance most of the time. And they would watch the African people come out and start singing. And they would sing these songs. Like the first one we did, the call and answer. They would call and answer. And then they would bring out drums and things. And the native people watching them and going, hey, that's cool. That's almost like what we do. Very close. And before you know it, they started intermingling, started talking, and started singing and dancing together at that square. And so, you know, even today, my friend back here, Mr. Luther, he keeps that place going. And every time they do something, he always makes sure he calls me, Mr. Grayhawk, and I go over, and we, the Native American and the African Americans, still together as friends. We've been friends for a long time. And so we keep that thing going, that story, the positive part of that story going. And so this song right here is called Chestnut Moon, because at the time of the Chestnut Moon, we would gather and we would be friends. The people would get together and they would sing, they dance, they would share food. And that's what this song's about. It's about two cultures coming together and becoming friends and sharing each other's cultures, and we're still friends till this day. So I like the guy, he's backing me up here, you know, Mr. Luther Gray. So we're going to do this song called Chestnut Moon. Pisa e luak e ko ye ko que passa opia. Pisa e luak e ko ye ko que passa opia. Olo e ti e shupi sawa e attack ma e attack lusa. Olo e ti e shupi sawa e attack ma e attack lusa. Pushno sobali e sogla mogla. Pushno talawa pushno ikle. Haklo e acne talawa. Pushno kapafa e pasca. Ila pena shini nak pie chestnut. Nonka Congo Square. Ila pena shini nak pie chestnut. Nonka Congo Square. You are chuma. 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 Pisa e luak e ko ye ko que passa opia. Pisa e luak e ko ye ko que passa opia. Eia olichi e pushno eia wa eia takuma eia takusa. Eia si de pe chana ke ne we itakuma eia takusa. Pay the sheeny neck pie chestnut. Nonka Congo Square. Ila pay the sheeny neck pie chestnut. Nonka Congo Square. You are chuma.
You are chuma.
You are chuma. You are chuma. You are chuma. You are chuma. You are chuma. Chuma, you are chuma. 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 All right. I hope you enjoyed that. But you felt like getting up and dancing, huh? Yeah. All right. Hey, we're going to do this song. This song is about sitting down and listening to the elders talk. When I was a little kid, a couple of weeks ago, I was a kid, my grandmother would sit down and my grandfather would sit down and they would tell me stories. I got pictures. In fact, my wife, Robin, put a picture on the wall of me and my grandmother back a long time ago. And I was sitting there and she had her apron on and her checkered dress, and my native lady was sitting there, and I had my little dog in my lap, and I'm looking up at her and she's looking down at me, and the cypress trees behind us. We're on the bayou, and I looked at that picture that my wife put in that frame, and it brought back a lot of memories of me sitting down and just listening to those words that she said. And she told me, she says, don't cry when I pass away, because I'm never going to be gone. She said, just look in the mirror. There I am. Look at your hands. There I am. And think about the words and the songs that, in the stories I gave you, and I'm never, ever going to be gone. So she said, do that, and I'm always going to be around you. And you know what? She always is. So this song is called Listen to the Words. The words they say. I was wide-eyed, young and wide-eyed. Sit and listen to the words they say. I started out very young on the road I'm on. I started out very young on this road to wisdom. She said, sit down. Sit down and listen to the words I say. She said, sit down and listen to the words I say. The words I say, all right. I was wide-eyed, I was young and wide-eyed, sitting listening to the words she said. I was wide-eyed, I was young and wide-eyed, Listen to the words she said, the words of wisdom, that elder song, the words of wisdom you're gonna use to get you along. She said, sit down and listen to the words I say. She said, sit down, you're gonna need those words one day. She said, sit down, come on, sit down, you're gonna need those words one day. She said, sit down, sit down. Sit down. It's my turn. The words of wisdom. It's my turn. The words of beauty. The words of wisdom to get me along. Thank you. All right. We're going to do one more song for you. I hope you enjoy our stuff here. This song is going to be our last song. And if you don't get up and dance to this, there's something wrong. All right. So I invite you to stand up if you want and dance to this song. This song it was written for a friend of mine. And I'm never going to say that friend's name because I don't want that friend to know I wrote this song for him. So, but it could be for anybody. The song is called Open Your Eyes. A lot of times we're looking for things. And, you know, we're out there looking and looking and looking, and if we just look down in front of us, it's right there. It's right there. A lot of people go around the world looking for stuff, and they come back home and go, geez, there it was. So all you got to do is open your eyes a little bit. My grandma had a saying, if something bad happens to you, look at it, learn from it, and let it go. Because if you sit there and you watch that one bad thing and you keep your eyes on that one bad thing, 2,000 good things are going to be passing, you won't see them. So this is called Open Your Eyes. Said, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Come on, open your eyes. You see but you don't. You hear but you don't listen. Back off, open your eyes, see what's in front of you. You see but you don't. You hear but you don't listen. Back off, open your eyes, see what's in front of you. I said open your eyes. I said open your eyes. open your eyes. Come on, open your eyes. Somebody give it to me now. In front of you. Slow down, back off, open your eyes. Come on, open your eyes. Mr. Dave, give it to me now. Listen for a little while. Let that spirit talk. Sit and listen for a little while. You might learn something new if you just open your eyes, open your eyes. You might learn something new if you just open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. Thank you. I have to introduce some of the guys up here on stage. Over here on French horn, my son, Kieran Oliver. On the oboe, my other son, Liam Oliver. On the keyboards, Mr. David Polk. Back here on the drums, Mr. Luther Gray. Over here, Mr. Greg. Everybody knows him. He runs this museum. Then we got over here, Mr. Norman J. Nail. Then we got Mr. Mark St. James. And on the congas and vocals and guitar, Mr. Mark Macias. And my name is Grayhawk. Thank you for coming.